Hey, road trippers, how are you today? I hope everybody's doing wonderful. This is a brand new live stream today. I hope to be doing these once a week. And today we're going to be talking about drive-away driving and taxes. Keep in mind, number one, I am not a tax accountant. I am not a tax professional. I am a drive-away driver. At least I was a drive-away driver for a long time, and I did as much as I could to get as big a tax breaks as I could possibly get on any year I was doing my taxes. I just lost what I was going to say. So anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to tell you that there will be a Q&A after all of this. I'm going to have some information for you guys, and I've got a nice little thing, and let's just go ahead and get into it. And yes, for some reason, I'm very, very nervous because doing live streams make me nervous. So first of all, let's talk about people in Driveaway. And some of the stuff isn't just for Driveaway. You can actually be a pickup towaway driver or whatever, and some of this will apply to you, but you also have your own stuff that you can deal with. First, let's talk about everybody. And please note this little thing right here. I'm going to keep that up so that nobody thinks that I'm an expert. But for everybody, all the stuff you want to do, you want to keep receipts for every one of these different things. You want to keep receipts for the vehicle fuel that you put in the vehicle that you are delivering. If you're towaway, then you're doing other things anyway. You want to keep receipts or whatever of any food that you have, whether you buy groceries on the road or whether you eat at the restaurants or whatever. You want to make sure that you keep all of those receipts. And of course, when you take a shower, if you actually have to pay for the shower, which if you buy enough fuel, you probably won't, but keep those receipts for the showers because those are also different. Those are also expenses that you have. Any tools that you buy, you're going to need to have receipts for those. If you get a GPS, even if you buy a screwdriver, if you buy a wrench or whatever, some little bolts, whatever, anything you need that you bought to drive cars or drive RVs would be great. You're going to need those receipts. Okay, that's information for everybody. And as I go, I'm sure I'm going to miss some stuff, but we'll leave the comments and Q&A for after the live stream. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is what if you don't have a tow car? What are the different things you want to keep receipts for or that are tax write-offs? Any hotel you stay at. Now, if you get reimbursed by somebody else, that's not a tax write-off for that. Okay? The tax write-off is only for what you pay. Like if you get reimbursed for half the hotel, then you can write off the half that you pay for. If you pay for the whole hotel, then of course you pay off then you get the whole thing. Same with car rental. If you get a taxi or an Uber or any kind of bus, train, flights, or any kind of public transportation that you have to pay for that comes out of your pocket that you do not get reimbursed for, that comes out. That's tax deductible. Those are tax deductible. Okay, and as far as the amounts, you're going to have to talk to a tax accountant again. Oops, it's the wrong hand. So I'm not an official tax accountant. Really quick, and then we've got number 3 is what if you do have a tow car? Your tow car, that is your ride. That is how you get to work every day. You want to write off the mileage. Now, people ask a lot, can I write off the miles when the odometer rolls as I tow it? That I've heard both ways. So you're going to want to talk to, again, the tax accountant on that part or somebody who really knows, because I hear both ways. And it drives me nuts because I don't really know that one. And now, of course, mileage is always a write-off. So any maintenance you have. Now, and again, you may talk to the accountant and find out you can only write off mileage. If you write off mileage, you may not be able to write off any of the rest of this stuff. However, talk to the accountant about that. If you don't write off mileage, it may be better for you to write off the maintenance, your car payment if you have one, your insurance if you're going to have insurance, your fuel that you put in the car to get on around, and any repairs or anything having to do with the car. So all of those are tax deductions, and you definitely want to have those write-offs done. And I know I'm kind of babbling here, and really those are the little things. Now, what I want to do now is I actually want to open this up to you guys. Let's go ahead and have a Q&A. You can ask your question. It'll end up over here, And if you would like to ask a question about taxes, I'm more than open to hear what you got to say, or any kind of basic questions about Driveaway. I'm not going to give any super duper Driveaway advice, but I will give some if you have any questions. We do have a few viewers right here right now, and I would encourage you to go ahead and type in the chat. You've got a chat box down here somewhere that you can type in, and you can give me information or ask me a question. Go ahead. Let's see, some other... the reason, okay, I guess I can tell you the whole reason this video of taxes came out. Number one, it's tax season. Number two, it started out because I had a discussion with a driver. He was a semi-truck driver, and he had been for pretty much forever and a day. And his father and his father's father all had been truck drivers, so he knew a lot about taxes. And he was explaining that you could write off all the miles that you drive in the RV or the vehicle that you're driving as a delivery. I'm going to say 99% no. It's not your vehicle. You are not getting wear and tear on that vehicle because that's not your vehicle. Any expenses going into that vehicle, you're already writing off as fuel. I mean, your fuel is pretty much the only thing you're putting in that. You'll get reimbursed for tolls. Most of the companies reimburse for tolls. If they don't, then that is a tax write-off. If the company usually will reimburse for permits, so you can't write the permits off. Anything that is directly related to the delivery of that specific vehicle, the only thing that really comes out of your pocket is the fuel, and that is the tax write-off. Everything else is not. So that's what brought this whole video up to snuff and up. That's why I'm doing it. See, I get nervous and my words leave my head, and I don't know what is going on with me today. So anyway, we do have some people. Please ask your question. I'm not getting any comments here. You got to give me some information. I want to know. I want to answer your questions. Make sure that everything is covered, that you guys feel comfortable, or at least know a little bit more about doing the taxes or what you have as a write-off. I mean, to me, it seems pretty easy for me because I've been self-employed for 20 plus years. I was a Driveaway driver for so long time, and I just get used to knowing what you can and cannot write off. And I may be wrong. I may be wrong on some of the stuff. So you want to take these as a good guideline here, and I'll just go ahead and I'm going to throw these up again real quick. So again, everyone, oh, here we go. Of course I put that up. So Jack, what are the good companies to start with if you don't have a tow car? Good companies to start with, pretty much any of them should be fine. I worked with Horizon. Horizon was fantastic. My dispatcher was great about trying to find me reloads, always working with me, and they seemed to really they had it all together for me. So I really liked Horizon. So that was pretty easy. Any more questions? Go ahead and throw these up. So again, real quick, I'm going to go over it really very quickly. For everybody that's going to be doing any kind of driveway driving, all your vehicle fuel is going to be, all the vehicle fuel and the vehicle you are delivering is a tax write-off. Food, showers, tools, those are all tax write-offs, or anything else that is directly related to the delivery of that vehicle. Next, if you don't have a tow car, anything that you have, any expense you have that is a direct relation to you getting to the next run or getting home. I believe the getting home might be gray area, but I'm going to say you can get away with it anyway. It's not really, shouldn't really be a problem. Again, tax accountant, talk to them. So if you don't have a tow car, everything you have is a tax write-off. Now I'm going to tell you this though. You do not want to stay in hotels all the time. You want to keep that to an absolute minimum. If you are not driving a vehicle, you want to be in transportation mode, getting back to or towards the next ride, so that you're always in a plane, you're always in an airport, you're always in a bus station, a bus, train, whatever, not a hotel room. Stay out of the hotel rooms because hotel rooms are expensive and you're not getting anywhere. If you have the extra money and you feel like treating yourself, hey, go right ahead. Knock your socks off. Hotel room is still tax deductible. So if you do have a tow car, everything related with your car is a tax write-off. If you do, now and again, let's go back into the part where mileage versus everything else. something tells me that the mileage, if you call off the mileage and get that 56, 58, whatever cents a mile it is every year, and you write that off, then all the other things are not applicable for you to write off, because the 57 cents is supposed to offset or be those instead of those. So you may look and say, okay, well, my mileage is going to give me more of a tax deduction than all of these other things, so we're going to go with the mileage. But then you may have had like several hundreds of dollars or whatever in repairs, or you may have bought a brand new car, or not a new car to you, and it might have been a larger expense, so that expense would be a bigger tax deduction. It all depends on the year. It all depends on you and your situation. So, with all of that being said, I think we're about out of questions. Nobody has any more questions. We've got a whole 5 viewers. Oh, how much money do you have to start with on a shoestring budget? Great question, Jack. Horizon requires you to have $1,000 in the bank. However, they don't look at your bank account, so they don't really know if you have. You just have to say, yes, I have $1,000. That's a good idea. I mean, to have that is a very good idea. To when you get into without a tow car, I mean, you have to go for training. Most companies have training. Some are 2 days, some are 1 day, and it's safety training. And then you kind of get an orientation to the company for 1 or 2. It's like a total of 1 or 2 days. Some companies may even be longer. I don't know. But anyway, you want to make sure you have enough money to get back. However, every company will give you an advance, usually 50%, and that's 50 to 70% sometimes. And that money is to get you there in fuel and whatever and food, and then should be enough to just about get you back. And depending on, if you go, private plane, no. But if you kind of frugal and you want to get back in a decent way, yes, it usually gives you just enough money to get back. But you definitely want to have, $1,000 is probably the most you need to have in your bank just to start and make sure you keep that balance up. But you could probably start with, 5 to 700. I wouldn't want to go lower than 5. I would definitely want to be higher than 5. I'm comfortable with 1,000 sitting in my bank. Jack, you got all the questions? Any more? I hope I answered the questions appropriately and you got everything you needed out of it. Just kind of looking around. We've got a whole 5 viewers. Woohoo! I was kind of hoping for more. I've had a very large surge in my subscribers, and I do know that Synergy RV has actually sent a lot of their drivers my way to my channel to show them, and because I've been there, I've done that, I've been Driveaway, and I've been Towaway. I'm actually going to their office in 1 week. I'm going there in a week, 8-9 days, and doing some video for them, and I'm actually going to talk to some of the drivers and kind of get a feel for what Synergy RV is about. I'm making a video for you guys all about that. Any more questions? Because if not, I am going to be jumping off of here. No? Nothing? Well, okay then. We'll just go to right here. First of all, I do want to say thank you very much for joining the live stream. I am going to have one every single week, same time next week, 5:30 on Tuesday. And that's my goal, is to have it there. There's a cool thing here. I haven't really pushed this much, the merchandise. If you want to buy like a t-shirt or something, it's kind of cool. It's also got coffee mugs and a travel mug you could use. They're pretty good. It's got my logo on it too, because it's cool that way. I think there's some that don't have logos. Anyway, you can follow me up here. Let's Go Road Trippin' as on Facebook and on Twitter. And of course, if you like this kind of stuff, I'd like it if you would go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I've got a couple more videos that will pop up here at the end once I have it done. Do I have any more contacts? Do I have any contacts with tow cars? I don't know what that means. I don't talk to tow cars. Jack, I'll grab you in a minute. I'm already kind of getting done with this. I will keep on the chat, and I will talk to you on the chat in just a second. But anyway, if you really want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. There's going to be a subscribe button here, or you can go all the way down. This subscribe button right here doesn't work. You got to go down below the actual video, click the subscribe. If you like the video, make sure you like the video. Click the like button. If you want to share it, go ahead and share it, and all that good stuff. And until next week, I'd like to say safe travels. Oh wait, how do I do this one again? It's been a while. So safe travels. Oh, I'll have to get that right soon, right?